Hello everyone! Today we're doing another challenge from the spreadsheet. An island nation takes all landlocked nations. Weird, isn't it? Before I go into the details, let me show you said spreadsheet. I have not updated it in a while because I sometimes work on several videos at the same time, but don't worry, I'm still counting the comments. This one is quite popular. Let me quickly scroll down through the list so we can see what has been suggested and what is available to, cast your vote to. Of course, you can suggest new things and they will be taken into account, just like always. You might want to pause or slow down if you want to see what's on the list, so you want to take suggestions on what you propose or something. Anyways, we do have over 300 suggestions right now, and this one is quite peculiar. An island nation taking all landlocked nations. We need to take Bolivia, Paraguay, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Austria and Switzerland, as well as a bunch of countries here. So what's the obvious choice? Japan or Britain? Their capitals are on islands and they are powerful. Going by that logic, we could also use Denmark. The capital is on an island. But all these countries actually have some continental possessions, like, for example, Gibraltar, or the bits here and here. So to make things more interesting, we're going to define an island nation as a nation that doesn't have any territorial continent, which rules out Australia, which counts as a continent. This actually leaves us with just a few choices, and none of them are strong. We'll have to work for it. We can do Philippines, the Dutch East Indies, Ireland, Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Those are the only countries that do not have any continental territories at the start of the game. I think there are two good choices here. The Dutch East Indies for its huge amount of manpower, although it is not independent and has almost no factories, or Cuba, or the Dominican Republic or Haiti. Doesn't really make that big of a difference. Why? Well, because they're all guaranteed by the United States, and that can be used. I don't think I've ever played as the Dominican Republic, so let's try that one. The added benefit is that they start fascist, so we can attack people right away. The standard regular difficulty Ironman mode and historical focuses, so it should be easily repeatable. Let's go. The Dominican Republic has a lot of disadvantages. Very few factories, not much manpower, not much access to anything. Well, at least we're not landlocked. But we also have three major advantages we can use. 1. We start fascist, so we can attack right away. 2. We're guaranteed by the United States, which means we can safely expand into Central and South America. And advantage number 3, we have the default focus tree, which is actually quite powerful. So let's get going, shall we? Political effort first, weapons 1, and transport ships. Don't really have anything we could build. No slots. And we'll get infrastructure from focuses. Maybe let's build up a port and use the rest to buy some steel. We have 1 unit. Let's train 3 more. We'll need to save some manpower for ships. And that's pretty much all we can do for now. Unpause, speed up. AUSA submits to Italy. 1 less country to deal with. Taking over all landlocked countries, or at least facilitating a takeover, also included AUSA, because it was here. Well, not anymore. There's enough political power to start justifying our first war goal. Our first target is going to be Panama. Why? Well, because they start with 0 troops. It should be quite easy to take them over. And yes, I'll need ships for that. We'll do that in a moment. Political effort is complete. Now, naval effort. I need some dockyards. Also, another justification because it's most efficient to justify them in pairs. Next up, Costa Rica. Also, I'm going to improve relations with Germany. Why? Because we want license productions from them. And we'll need good relations to make it happen. You guys are going to need to train up a bit. Let's get that license production from Germany. Negotiate licenses, request license production, and we're taking the cheapest submarine, Type 2 class. It's simple enough that they'll allow it. For example, I couldn't get the more advanced one. And it's all we need. Naval effort is done. Industrial. And we will produce submarines and convoys. 2 dockyards on the submarine, 1 dockyard on the convoy. We need at least 1 sub to take over Panama. Transport ships are done. Good. Now we revert to more traditional research. Research boosts and some infantry. Oh, those Costa Rican ideals. Oh yeah, and start making better guns. Let's hire the offense expert because I need to generate experience. Construction. And actually we can start planning our naval invasions. 2 here is all we need. Do I have enough convoys? I do. Can use the commander. Here you go. We'll try another one once they train up. Mechanical computing. Best of the best for the Navy. Another attempt at a general. Excellent! He's gonna make a great field marshal. I guess we'll have to wait for some more command power to promote the guy. Let's improve work conditions. How many ships have I completed? 1. Excellent. League of Nations. Whatever. Give me the stability. And more construction effort. Admiral level 3. Thanks to best of the best. Looks like the Polish actor Marek Konrad. Time to invest in some industry. Justification for Panama is ready, and so are the troops. Let's go. Declare war on Panama. Now, they should have 0 troops. There will be no opposition. Best war to start is the one you can never lose. Our first acquisition. And that's it. That was rather easy, wasn't it? Now, there's two ways we could play this. We could just annex everything, get more territory, or we could go with puppets. Sadly, annexing everything would cost us troops to maintain garrisons, and also, we don't actually qualify for a formable country. Like, if we're playing as, say, El Salvador, we could form a country giving us cores over here, or Colombia, or Mexico, or whatever. We're playing as the Dominican Republic, and we have no such option. Thus, puppets are the best way to go for us. Puppet Panama, get all the resources and all the civilian factories for, 4 or 5 years, something like that. That's 5 years. Also, they will get more factories from their focus tree, and I can actually use their manpower. How much manpower do you have? You have 6,000, which... actually almost 7, which should be enough for at least 1 unit. What do you have? 2 infantry templates. Sure, let's copy this one and make one of it. That will help in our future invasions. Speaking of which, here we go. Costa Rica should also have no troops. And we're now up to 9 factories, thanks to the puppet. Still can't really build anything here, but I can build stuff in Panama. So let's do that. 40 army experience, which is enough to get something here, the spirit of the army. Now there's 2 choices. I'm considering professional officer corps is always good, get more army experience, command power, and cheaper doctrines, or we could do state serves the military, which actually boosts some political power quite heavily. And I think this is the better choice for us. We can switch later, once we've used all the political power. So state serves the military. Yay, political power boost. And cheaper conscription laws, which is also a nice thing. Let's save up some political power, so we can justify 2 more war goals once we attack Costa Rica. Infrastructure effort, and deploy. You guys can even train up a bit. Concentrated industry, which is the better industry. Now, these countries aren't actually necessary for victory conditions. However, I do need to build up a power base. Sadly, we don't have a silent workforce available. Nor can we make an agency because we're too poor. Bypass the focus because we don't have any more provinces to build stuff in. Not a problem. Research slot, please. Justification's ready. We immediately declare on Costa Rica, which is not going to be a problem at all because they have no troops. Panama has not been called in, apparently. Let's call it in. Next up, we'll do Nicaragua and Honduras. We could actually naval invade them, but there's no need for it. Check if they don't have anything that slows it down. They do not. Nicaragua and Honduras. Justifying 2 simultaneously is the best use of our time. Costs a bit more political power, but that's not really an issue. Alright, this is going to be another very easy war because they have no troops. Got 15 guns from them. Same treatment as Panama. Puppet, plus resources, plus factories. How much manpower do you have? 7,500. Costa Potente. Well, you have enough for this bigger template, so let's use this one. 1 unit of it. And our factories went up to 13. Oh, can I do the agency yet? No. We can now go to free trade, which is significant because it boosts pretty much everything. And we're going to do political loyalty because look at our stability when I click this. We're at 80% and now we're at 95 because this boosts our stability based on our party popularity. And we have 100%, which means 15% stability, which is a lot. Yay. 3 submarines already. I need more. Won't be enough to take out any big targets, but I do plan to naval invade Ecuador and also Colombia. Let's leave these boosts to research as well as nuclear stuff for when we have the secret weapons focus. For now, radio. Could use some more war support to get war economy, but it will grow with world tension. Now, the main difficulty we face while conquering countries all around is that someone will join a faction. Let's do secret weapons, and when they do, we'll have to face some serious resistance. Construction. Need more command power. Secret weapons almost done. Let's save this research slot for that. Japan attacks China. And we do nuclear effort and computing machine. Why nuclear effort? So that I can do atomic research quickly with a double bonus. 1 from secret weapons and 1 from atomic effort. Also, let's hire the infantry expert. That's going to come in handy. One major upside of having them as puppets is... oh, you took the Liberty Ethos. That's unfortunate. It doesn't really matter that much. The upside is they all get access to this, which gives a total of 4 civilian and 3 military factories in each puppet. Nuclear effort is done. We can now start the research of atomic stuff. Just 245 days. 2 years bonus from one focus, 100% bonus from the other. I find it really useful to stack all the research speed bonuses on early, as they keep paying dividends forever. Construction. Nicaragua is the first country we'll face with actual defenses, but we're strong enough to break them. We could also do a naval invasion around here, but it is unnecessary. I really could use more war support though. The Allies. We'll have to choose a faction to join. I'm not sure yet. If we go with the Axis, we will have to help in defeating Britain, although it will be quite difficult. We could join the Japanese faction probably, maybe even use them to defeat the Allies. Regardless, that's a decision for later. For now, we attack Nicaragua, call in our puppet here. Go, this should be relatively easy. And so it is. Go to their capital, and that's it, really. Same treatment as before. How much manpower do you have? 5k. How's your focus tree? Oh, excellent. They haven't gone down to Libertietas thingy, so they can get extra manpower from here. Any interesting templates? They have one with artillery. Do I have any artillery? Have I captured any? A little bit. Let's make one. And we can start making artillery as well. Also, it's time to get an agency. Military theorist and superior firepower. Actually, let's switch concentrated into something else. I want to get the best guns quickly. Let's research improved infantry equipment 1 and go down to equipment effort here. It shows me as weaker than them. Doesn't seem right. This is actually unnecessary, but I'm going to send one unit over here to the port to attack them from the other side as well. Agency, excellent. Now that we have the secret weapons bonuses, I'm gonna grind out all the research boosts. It all adds up quite nicely. Eugenio de Rojas. Go, help a bit. Equipment effort. We can do radio propaganda, excellent. I do need the war sport. And with that, we could go to partial mobilization, but I'm holding out to go straight to war economy. Building some stuff in our subjects. And next doctrine. Justification Honduras is ready. Declare war. Call in Nicaragua. Oh, you're ready. Let's deploy these guys too. Join in the attack. And get new war goals. This time we'll do Guatemala and El Salvador. But let's check if they have anything that slows down the justification. They do not. So here we go. Guatemala, 215 days. And El Salvador, 320. Go! And the naval invasion has landed. Also, they do have a port, so you can help. Why are you not attacking? Go attack. Actually, you help here instead. There is some resistance, but nothing major. Oh, we have enough command power to get the field marshal. Let's not forget that. Here you go. I think it's time for some war propaganda. Let's crush the enemy. From all sides. Won't take much longer. With equipment effort, we can now start researching the better guns ahead of time. Oh, I'm out of manpower. Maybe it's time for militarism. Factories are not really a problem. I'm getting a lot from my subjects. There goes Honduras. Same treatment as always. Only 3k manpower. Well, we must have killed the rest. Should be enough for at least one unit. This one's a bit too big, but let's get it and hope they get their act together with manpower. Let's send 2 units around to their capital and the naval invasion. And support weapons too. Now I'll need more submarines to cover that region. Fortunately, we're up to 8. We can easily handle that much territory. I love submarines. Also, hey, 21 factories. I'm making some civilian factories because I'm currently getting all their civilian factories. And I'm getting military factories in there because I'm forever getting, I think, 65% of their military factories. Let me see. 25 civilian, 65 military. Also, I need more steel. Equipment 2. And let's go to limited conscription. Munich agreement. And we finish equipment effort 2. Right, let's go down here. Get the manpower. We've done the better guns and we can start working towards the best ones with bonuses. Guatemala justification complete. Start making the better guns and yes, do attack Guatemala. Call in Honduras. Naval invasion should help quite a lot. Although it might be unnecessary. They're actually defending their capital. Let's make sure it doesn't get reinforcements from here by blocking them in place. And that's it. Same treatment as always. 24,000 manpower. That's gonna count for something. Let's have a look. What do you have? Artillery. I guess I can use the artillery. How much manpower does it take? 4,000. And you have enough for 6. Sure, I don't really have enough artillery, but I will. See, we're starting to actually get some serious forces in play. Give me more steel. Worker conditions? Who are we gonna attack next? Well, Haiti, Cuba, Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, and not Mexico. They'll join the Allies if we do. I think it's time for Haiti. Get ready to destroy El Salvador. They actually have a competent and a large military. We'll manage to deal with it, of course, because we'll surround them, but still, they do. On the other hand, they're fascists, so they're locked into this path, which will give them a lot of manpower, and I can use that manpower. Which time for militarism. I need even more artillery. I'm not sure which one is better. Do give me your opinions. Flexible organization or smoke and fire. Or maybe aggressive reconnaissance. I will go with smoke and fire. Enough of the exercise, we're about to attack. 100 stability. Declare war and prepare another. Let's go after Haiti and Ecuador. We can build something in our home turf. First time in a while. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get an elusive gentleman. Yeah, that can wait. I have attacked El Salvador, but I have not called in my subjects, which is necessary. Cold arms and cold arms. Now, we can attack. Salvador has a decent military, but they're surrounded, so they won't manage to survive. Equipment effort 3. Germany claims memo, and world tension will skyrocket soon. Haitian ideals. Yeah, let's denounce those. And Salvador is mine. Puppet, resources, factories. Now, what did we get access to? We're doing military youth, excellent. 26,000 manpower. That's not a very good template. I guess I could use it to fill up the unit. Expeditionary force. Okay. Time to destroy Haiti. I'm actually going to send some troops over here in the naval invasion, and the rest can attack overland. 1939, and we're starting advanced competing machines. See that? Stacking bonus to research speed. Mobile defense, and unyielding defender on our field marshal. It's pretty good. Combat effort 3 is done. Manpower has not mobilized yet. Armament effort it is. Once everything hits the fan in Europe, we should be able to go to war economy. You know, with the world tension increasing. The Salvador units have been deployed. Right, Italy joins the Axis, Molotov-Ribbentrop and all that, and we got to level 2. Good. And also, the best guns. We're starting them in 39 with a bonus. They're really a significant upgrade, just have a look. 12 attack, 34 defense, 9 attack, 28 defense. That's quite significant. Oops, someone got my agent. Let's get them back, although I might actually conquer them before that becomes necessary. Cancel this operation. I'll just take him back by conquering the entire country. Justifications here. Go. This should be quite easy. We have way more troops. I'm also sending some to cut them off, so they have nowhere to retreat to and cycle troops. And Poland refuses the German ultimatum. World tension goes way up. Do we want to do war propaganda? Well, it's probably not necessary, but it's not going to hurt us either. Let's do that. Alright, everybody. Attack. That was easy. Same treatment as before. Empire of Haiti. That's a bit of a small empire, isn't it? Oh, they're doing the construction stuff. Nice. How much manpower? 17,000. That's decent. Let's use it. 26 width is a bit excessive, isn't it? Although, you know what? Let's do 2 of those. Why not? I do have the artillery. Now it is time to prepare our next attack of Ecuador. I'm going to use these guys primarily. They're quite powerful. 10 units. Naval invasions should suffice. That should be necessary, but I will concentrate my navy and get everybody else here as well so they can reinforce quickly. Yes, Germany, you can dock in our ports. I am hesitant to attack Peru. They are fascist. They could join the Axis. Warsaw, that's fine. Poland is taken over. We're up to 29 factories, which is pretty decent. Netherlands get attacked, and there is enough world tension for me to finally go to war economy. Excellent. Belgium gets attacked. Let's get an elusive gentleman. No, I need the political power to keep justifying. Oh yeah, I forgot to send out the spies. You go to Ecuador, and you also go to Ecuador. Because why not? Benigno falls ill. Luxembourg is attacked. And we'll complete this tree in the meantime. Ecuador, here we go. Declare war. Naval invasions away. And who do we justify on next? Thinking Colombia and Cuba, but let's see if they have any slow downy things. You do, and you don't. Well, let's do Colombia and Cuba and see if our naval invasion is successful, which it should be. France capitulates, and I'm being invited to the Japanese faction, which is risky. If we join the faction, there's a much higher chance that our targets will also join factions. So maybe let's just leave that be for now. On the other hand, if we join the Japanese faction and our enemies join the Allies, we could probably combine our forces with the Germans and invade the UK. Let's not do that yet. And we're attacking. Can we land? We have landed, in fact. Excellent. They're pretty much done for. Take the capital. And there it goes. Same as everybody else. Puppet. What did we get? Oh, good. They did the industrial stuff, but not the political stuff. So they can now go down the fascist path. What else? Any manpower? Yes, in fact, some manpower. This looks good. How many can you support? 3. Okay then. Prepare to attack Colombia. And Colombia will get attacked from 3 sides. Get the navy over here. Well, I think our best course of action is to just conquer as many people as we can without actually joining factions or having them join factions. I'm actually strong enough to attack Mexico now, I think, but Mexico does tend to join the Allies, so it's a very risky move. Let's not. Infantry equipment 3, and thus we become very powerful. Here, make it. Once we take over Colombia, we'll have to do a quick pivot to Cuba. Actually, let's replace this research with the better landing craft. We'll need it. Colombia is relatively strong compared to what we faced before, but not outside our, level of strength. Let's do industrial concern and ideological fanaticism. And we got a lot of command power. How about we hire some more generals? I might actually have enough factories if I cancel the trades to get the 4th research slot. I'll try it after this. Let's get the elusive gentleman. We'll get a 3rd spy that way. Justification is ready. Are we ready? Mostly, yeah. I think we're good to go. Let's declare war on Colombia and call in Panama as well as Ecuador. Now they should focus on the borders and let me land my naval invasion safely. We'll see. Hungary joins the Axis, and we're invited to the Japanese faction once again. Now, I'm pretty sure if I do that, we'll immediately be facing some other faction. Our enemy will join the Chinese United Front or the Allies or something. So let's not. The naval invasion is successful. We can now combine the front lines. We have to do this relatively quickly because Cuba is waiting its turn. After this, the available targets are Peru and Venezuela, which are both fascist. That's a bit of a problem, maybe. We'll see. But now Colombia. Can we do this? Yes, I think we can. Let's cancel all trades for now. 56 factories. This focus will continue even when the requirements are no longer met. So we just have to select this. And we can go back to buying lots of stuff from everybody. It would be nice if I could puppet the US for steel. I might. New operative, sure. Yeah, justification for Cuba is ready. We're not ready for that. But we do have 2 months, so we should be okay. I'm actually going to... No, I'm not going aggressive. Too big of a waste of resources. I will instead do some manual management. Get the capital and do it quickly. Landing crafts. Excellent. We have time until August to declare war. You guys hurry up a bit, okay? Focus on Bogota. Romania joins the Axis. Fortunately, it's not my problem. You attack from here. There goes their capital. Is that enough? It is. Good. You had a navy. Nice. Well, same treatment as everybody else. And also, we take the navy. New Gran Colombia. Well, Nueva Gran Colombia. 89,000 manpower, finally something decent. And we're up to 62 factories. Do you have any interesting units? This one's okay. Sure, we'll use that. I will research support stuff and anti-tanks soon. Also, offensive doctrine on the field marshal. Now to plan quick naval invasions of Cuba. There's 10 provinces, and with our current level of technology, we can actually send all our troops there. Our entire army on naval invasion orders. Go, get ready. And I should justify new war goals. Venezuela has a lot of industry I could take. Peru has less. For their armies, Venezuela is less defended and it has more industry. I think we should attack them. I'm going to attack Venezuela and then Peru. And if any of them join the Axis, well, then we'll worry about that. You guys, get in position quick. We have time until the end of the month, pretty much. Our navy is pretty big now. Even got 2 destroyers from Colombia. Florida coast. Right, we're attacking from the other side as well. Well, fortunately, our navy is big enough to cover that as well. Everyone ready? Yeah, no need to delay. Declare war on Cuba. Go. For a moment I thought my naval invasion was stopped, but it was just the game stuttering. That's a wonderful naval invasion, isn't it? You attack Havana. Oh, you're being attacked. You'll do that soon enough. The ones who have landed, assist in the attacks elsewhere. Havana will be mine in a moment. Excellent. And now you move here. This will not take much longer. Cuba capitulates. Same treatment as everybody else. No navy. But they're doing political effort. Excellent, now they can move this way. 79,000 manpower. See, we're gathering it up. Soon we'll have a lot. Phalangist Cuba. We should just use regular infantry from them. The smaller filler ones are needed as well. Or we could use this 28 width template with series artillery. I'm going to use the small filler ones. We need some of those as well. One of them takes 4,000 manpower and you have enough for 18 of them fully equipped. And my guy can become an amphibious assault specialist. But all that does is increase invasion speed, not its strength or anything, so it doesn't seem useful. So for traits, extra surprise grace, but only for marines, and I haven't really researched those. Let's leave it alone for now. Time for an attack on Venezuela. Okay, one entire army is landing here, while the second army is going in from Colombia. Research slot number 4 is here. I guess I could invest in the doctrines now. This is ahead of time, it can wait. Concentrated Industry 4. Floating harbors, I should get those. And steel. Should also get steel. Also, we now have a 42% research speed bonus. Time to invest in support stuff. Next doctrine. I'm going to conquer all of South America, or almost all of South America, and then we'll be strong enough to dictate what happens in the world. Alternatively, I could try and crush the Allies before the United States join. Greece joins the Allies. Another doctrine boost. It's a research anti-tank I need to start making because it's in some of the templates, significantly boosting our industry. 78 factories. Justification on Venezuela is ready. No need to delay, let's go. And call in Colombia. Naval invasions are going. See, if the AI has a border to focus on, they will usually leave very little in terms of defense, stuff like naval invasions. And thus I can surround them. Got 2 ports, we win. Essentially. And we'll need to do the same thing to Peru in a moment. This has a victory point. Let's take it. Here goes Venezuela. Same as always. What do we have here? 79,000 manpower. This one looks promising. Sure. So we can take 8 of those. 9. 9 of those. Right, time for Peru. Also, mechanized offensive. We have some harbors ready. Let's do a floating harbor attack. Well, just one, but I think it applies to everything that's close. It's nice having naval superiority. Did Venezuela not have a fleet, or did I miss it and leave it? Quickly, please. You have some reinforcements. Yugoslavia attacked. Or rather got attacked. Can I not reach here? We'll have to adjust the orders a bit. Doctrine effort is done. Do we need anything else right now? Maybe later. For now, let's just suppress the subjects a bit. Justification is complete. But before we attack, I think I need a bit of a break. I had some rest and made some decisions. I think we're going after the Allies. See, I could keep attacking South America, and I would probably manage to take it all over without interference. But by the time I'm done, the United States would have joined the Allies. Why is this a problem? Well, it might not necessarily be a problem for us if we manage to navigate everything here and attack the countries we need to attack. But there is a possibility that if we attack, say, Tibet, it joins the Allies and they're in trouble. If I could eliminate that threat early, we could have more freedom. So I'm going to try... Well, first we'll take over Peru because we already have the war goal. In fact, let's declare war right now. But after I'm done, I will join the Japanese faction and attack the United Kingdom. Let's see how that works out. Also, I just forgot to call my puppet storms. There we go. Naval invasions have launched. Peru should be defeated quite easily. Oh, did you get naval dominance? Really? Well, I'm gonna steal some navy from you soon. Lima is defended. We have landed. Focus on Lima because we do need the port. I mean, we're progressing normally as well, but it's always nice to crush them from all sides, isn't it? And it's also their capital. We got Lima. Let's get you guys a new order and attack. Oh, infantry expert, please. And he's an organizer. I could make him a regrouping specialist, and I shall. There we go. Also, utilize domestic film industry and improve work conditions. 10% war support and some stability. Boost artillery, because we are actually using artillery quite extensively. Now, why do I want to join the Japanese faction and not the Axis? 2 reasons, which we'll cover once I'm done with Peru. Puppet everything, get all the territories producing stuff for us, and all their ships too. Excellent. How much manpower did I get? 300,000. Oh, that's excellent. Let's make use of that. This'll do. How about an entire army of that? Actually, let's do 2 armies. Will that be enough to guard my home? Yes, it should be. And the rest will be an attack force. Germany, you wanna give me military access yet? Well, no. Just get to the ports so we can get to Europe quickly. Right, so what do we do now? We join Japan. As to join faction. We're not joining the wars, just the faction, and we're going to attack the United Kingdom. Just focus on London, why not? 30 days because they're at war. Good. Make sure you guys garrison our homes before this happens. And my entire navy I will actually send to Germany, who should give me docking rights. And they will. Docking rights given. I was supposed to say why I'm using the Japanese and not just the Axis. See, the Japanese have a large fleet. If they're at war with Britain before the United States join, Britain will actually have to commit quite a bit of their fleet to defend from the Japanese, which should make landing on the British Isles easier. We'll see if that works. 95 factories, mostly military ones. Oh, I forgot to make a cryptology department, which is a bit of an issue. Let's research the truck. Now, I can't actually get military access from Germany until we're fighting the United Kingdom, so sadly I cannot move my troops over to Europe just yet. Or maybe Italy will give me access. Actually, they might. Alright, let's do that. This way we will not be threatened when we're crossing the Atlantic. And I can just station them here temporarily and then move them over here to prepare an invasion. Justification is ready, but it can wait a bit, since I can actually get military access. I'm going to wait with the declaration of war until they get in position. Wait a minute, those are expeditionary forces. So they're not getting... Expeditionary forces are not getting military access. That's interesting. I never knew that. Okay. In that case, let's detach all the expeditionary forces to a separate army. You can help defend our home. This will do. 2.5 armies going to Europe. Scratch that. Another one. Boost the infantry and start working on some support companies and support equipment. And anti-tank, because some of the templates use it. We have 1 month until the war goal expires, but our guys are on their way. 100 factories. You're almost there. Alright, that's actually fine. Now what I'm going to do is declare war on the United Kingdom, call in Japan, and just Japan, not my puppets. Says they won't accept, but maybe they will. And ask Germany for military access. Let's check naval supremacy. Bad here. Okay-ish here. Might be better. Right, we'll try to invade through the eastern North Sea and North Sea, not through the Channel. And we can do 2 full armies of naval invasions. Let's. Now, if this works, we will have easy access to the United States, which we should take over, thus giving us enough resources to conquer whatever else we want. And while we can already get access to the United States through Mexico, Mexico oftentimes joins the Allies, so we would have to fight Britain anyway, most likely. This will do nicely, I think. Be ready to reinforce, and same for you. In the meantime, this army should be enough to guard us from any naval invasions done by the Brits. And my puppets are not called in, so they're safe. Let's see if Japan accepts, because it kind of depends on it. Canada, Australia, whatever. The dominions don't matter. Unless Raj became a major power? No, it did not. What matters is Japan. Call to arms, I reject that. Join war request from Japan. Yes, I would love that, please. So, what I'm hoping for is that the Japanese fleet will distract the Brits so I can land in their territory. See, 85%, 85% here. How about here? Only 22. Oh, 90. It actually... I didn't even deploy my fleet. The Allied fleets did all that. Ha! Well, that's nice. Okay then. I didn't actually expect this to work so well without even deploying my own fleet, which is... Granted, it's tiny, but it would help a bit. Regardless, that's great. You guys get a general, and if these guys can land, the United Kingdom is ours. Land-lease from Spain, sure. They are defended, but I'm attacking between the ports as well. And this is, as you can see here, not really defended. Let's try to get the port in Hull and the one in Newcastle. Not all of my guys launched because not all of them were prepared. Fortunately, this guy has a special trait that speeds it up. Now, I'm actually going to send out the fleet, strike force. Who knows, maybe the other ones will join as well, but it's not necessary if I can get at least one port. We can just ferry them over normally, if that happens. You attack Newcastle from all the sides. Well, the gambit with Japan paid off, and we got the port. Well, in that case, I no longer need to do any naval invasions. We can continue in Newcastle. You guys will instead just go to the port in Hull, even though it's dangerous. Yes, I know. Your lives are in danger, but that's a risk I am willing to take. And we got the 2 ports. In that case, we can just cancel all your orders, make a field marshal level order, take Britain. It doesn't really matter how much war score we get here, and it's not gonna be much, to be honest. What matters is that the allies are eliminated. We might get a little bit of territory. Who knows, maybe I can puppet the UK. Here, there. Also be super aggressive, because we need to make moves quickly before the Brits shore up their defense. They are notoriously bad at defending their home isles. Once you've landed, you pretty much won, unless you give them enough time to return home and make defenses, which we're not going to do. Actually, how about you guys just run to London? 2% war score, more than I expected. Although we are actually winning the war, almost single-handedly. No, we had a lot of help with the navy. But the AI doesn't know how to do naval invasions of Britain. I guess the game needs the AI to not know that. But still, you take Dover. You know who it's named after. How long until they capitulate? Not long at all. Now, if only I had the foresight to start building a collaboration government here. Although it wouldn't really have made a difference. Brilliant! Exactly as it's supposed to be. Now, about my home, is it not being navally invaded? It is not. So, a couple more victory points, and Ben's your uncle. See? They actually brought defenses. This is getting a bit more difficult now. However, we are fast enough, it will not make a difference. Just a couple more victory points and they're done for. Full of Hong Kong, good. Might even not need to reach Dover. How's Scotland? Almost mine. Oh, right, I forgot. We can actually do technology sharing now. Let's. You guys should just try and focus on Dover if you can, because it's their current capital and quite a large victory point. They just need a little push to surrender. Germany, do you want military access so we can move troops here? You don't? That's weird. We'll get Dover soon, maybe that'll be enough. You guys run to Aberdeen? If only I was a little bit faster. Germany attacked the Soviet Union. Good thing I'm not in the Axis. And was it just an oversight on my part, because there's nobody here. You guys attack Dover. Not much left in terms of victory points up north, so just hold the line, and we'll take the south, thus ending this. Come on, Dover. Bend. Bend, Dover. It's taken. Is it enough? It is enough. Yes, it is. Okay, excellent. The war is about to end. Should I call in all my subjects? What is better for war score? I actually don't know. We have 9%. That's enough to get some serious stuff. I think I'd like a Canadian puppet. There it is. UK has capitulated. What do you want, Germany? Am I the first to make a move? Once again, I don't have the manpower to do garrisons and such. So, puppets. We'll get a lot of puppets, and then hopefully give them some territory. Puppet the French in the Caribbean, because why not? Maybe I should puppet as many as I can, even if it's small puppets. Then we can inherit their fleets automatically, or at least have them work for us. Puppet Canada, this is pretty important. We're doing a puppet master run. Let's just puppet everything we can. Hey, we've puppeted the UK and Canada. I'm just going to acquire as many puppets as I can. That's enough. Confirm an exit. Did Australia survive due to my actions? It did. It doesn't really matter. We have dealt with the Allies, and we have new puppets everywhere. See how many puppets we have. and all of them will get their own factories. And some of them might even be useful. Like, for example, Canada has ships, Britain has ships, and Britain is my puppet. They will deal with the naval stuff for me. So, what do we do now? What happened in China? That's terrible for our allies in Japan. Well, the logical step would be to take out the United States and get their huge industrial base. We could also switch factions. If we say join the Axis, we could attack Switzerland and have them deal with it. Also, if Hungary is in my faction, does it still need to be taken care of? I would say no. Getting those landlocked countries into one's factions should count. Oh, Iraq is landlocked as well. No? No, it isn't. And then we could attack Tibet, Nepal, and so on from Italian territory. Perhaps switching to the Axis is the right way to go. Okay, Japan, you've been helpful. Goodbye. Then again... Yeah, they're about to attack the United States. Perhaps I could do that together with them. But then I would have to share. No, I'm going to leave the faction. Let them fight it out with the United States. Alright, expeditionary officers went home since I left the faction. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Japan, you've been helpful, but we don't need you anymore. I think our next target has to be Mexico. Let's get you guys over here. I will incorporate some naval invasions in this, of course. I will also get planes. We finally have some planes. We don't even have airports, really. Okay, good. And Britain will be supporting me in all my naval endeavors. This is why I wanted to puppet them, even if it's just with one province. Ah, damn it. Technology sharing did not complete. Yeah, I started it too late. Suppress subjects. I'm actually going to need to disband some troops because we're missing manpower, aren't we? Still not sure if I should mess with the United States. We could just leave them to fight Japan. Without the rest of the allies, we'd also join the Axis and get German help here. We're going to attack normally and also do naval invasions around here and here, because we will definitely have naval dominance. And we can even use those. Actually, I don't need more ships. Let's make some more floating harbors instead. Also, we did get a lot of puppets, which will be great for our economy, but we didn't actually get that much manpower in this because we got a ton of small countries. Well, we have 32,000 manpower here, for example, but that's not really that big. No matter, we have enough for Mexico, and if we can take out the United States afterwards, attacking them from the two sides, that should be great, and if not, I can always go after other South American countries, like Brazil, who has 1 million manpower, which I could use. Perhaps I should go after Brazil. I don't actually need to fight the United States, but it's good to have the option. Actually, Mexico, how much do you have? 500,000. Maybe Mexican manpower will be our answer. At least we can get some steel on the cheap from our puppets. There's still a lot of countries we need to deal with. I'm going to disregard ones that were created during the game, like Zaire. Although I might still kill it, but I'm not counting that as a necessity. So there's still Switzerland, Hungary, Slovakia. Oh, sorry, Slovakia was formed. So Hungary. Afghanistan, Xinjiang, Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan, Jibai-Sanma, Shaanxi, Communist China, Yunnan. Those are the countries we have to eliminate or ally. Oh, and Manchukuo, and Mongolia, and Tannu I'm going to count allying them the same as eliminating so we don't have to defeat all the factions. Which means I have to either defeat Axis, Comintern, Chinese United Front, and the Japanese faction, after I've already dealt with the allies, or ally one of them and defeat all the others. I think going with the Axis will be the simplest option here. They should manage to help us kill all the others. Trotsky's dead. Manchukuo claims Indochina. It'd be great if that put them at war with the Axis, but it won't. Artillery designer. He was doing mostly research the infantry stuff. It's Navy time. 250 destroyers. That's something. And 1 heavy cruiser. We're good to go as soon as we get the war goal. Right, justification on Mexico is done. Let's go. And call in all the puppets. This should work quite nicely. Our land army should be on par with Mexican one. And plus we also have 2 big naval invasions coming in. Do I want... Oh, I read that as improvised artillery and thought what that could be. Do I need land lease? I mean, actually, sure, I can accept that because I'm doing the continuous focus that suppresses my subjects. So their independence tendencies should not be a problem. Naval invasions coming in. We have landed, kinda. Naval invasions might fail, but it doesn't really matter if they just keep them occupied. I will reach the area normally. How about the other side? We have landed a bit. Push the front line. Night vision. And the next doctrine. It would be nice to standardize our army with just one country's military. Someone who has lots of manpower. Pincer attack on Mexico. As you can see, nobody is intervening to stop me. Although these guys are gonna die. Well, it's a sacrifice. I'm sure they didn't want to die, but I need to expand. Oh no, what will I do? Australia embargoes me. The Axis, having conquered Britain, are actually doing very well against the Soviet Union. Should probably get involved in that just to get a piece of the pie. I'm kinda busy here. I've concluded that joining the Axis will be our best bet, although it might be a bit late to take over bits of the Soviet Union with them. Well, yeah, the invasion of Mexico is going great. Connect, combine, and we'll have just 1 front line here. Philippines capitulate. Tibetan Empire. That's something new. They allied with the Japanese, which actually gives me a good way to attack the Japanese with Axis support. I should conquer someone in China for manpower. But let's focus on what we're doing right now, and that's taking over Mexico. I have to attack the Soviet Union once I'm done with Mexico, at least to join the Axis. Well, come on, Mexico, give up already. Hungary proclaims Greater Hungary. And there goes Mexico. Same treatment as always, puppet, plus resources and factories and... Oh, I don't have enough score for the ships? Well, you can keep them. Mexican junta. What's your manpower like? 600,000. Something useful. I'm going to join the Axis now. Just so I can use them to kill Japan and China later on. I could join in on the Soviet Union fight, but the losses would be great and the benefits would be very tiny. Instead, I'm gonna keep conquering stuff in South America. Justify on Bolivia and on Paraguay. Whoa! Paraguay has a thingy. We're gonna have to switch this around. Justify on Paraguay first, and then on Bolivia. That's better. Many of our subjects have run out of manpower, so we need to thin the ranks of the army a little bit. In the meantime, we got more expeditionary forces, and we can use Mexican manpower to create even more. I mean, we could, draw one unit from here, one from there, and so on, but we no longer need to. We're going to need a lot more artillery for it. For now, just one full army. Oh, we could become the Spy Master, let's do that. We're now Spy Master of the Axis. Extensive conscription, please. I need to facilitate building of civilian factories. Siam joins the Japanese faction, which is a good way to attack Japan, indirectly. Oh, Bolivia is not a threat at all. I thought they would build up a bigger army for defense, but nope. That's going to be an easy attack. Now, how are we doing against the Soviet Union? Well enough. Even if Paraguay joins the Comintern, it's not going to be a problem. I'll probably never use this collaboration government on the United States as a precaution. Quit India movement. What India? It's just Italy. Japan is fighting the United States and China. I'm not sure if they're actually fighting the United States. Maybe they're just squaring off with their navies. There's no land battles. We're almost caught up on artillery. Perhaps I should invest in another army group. How much manpower do you have? I used it up. Justification is ready. No need to delay. Let's go. And call in Peru. And Bolivia and does not join any factions and will be killed soon. Alright, that was quick. Same treatment as always. Here, change my economy. I'm exporting too much. Export focus will suffice. Time for Paraguay. Paraguay is communist, so there is a small chance they'll join the Comintern, but I have planned for that eventuality. I will need to build civilian factories, even though I only get, 25% of those. Although I might actually be getting more for 5 years after the war, so we should be building them in the latest conquests. Paraguay, here we go. Call Bolivia. And now, who do we attack next? We could finish the conquest of South America, but it is unnecessary, even if fun. We could go through Iran and Afghanistan to attack the Soviet Union from the south. We don't actually need Iran. We do need Afghanistan, though, so this might be a good choice. And that would hasten the defeat of the Soviet Union. Yeah, sure. Let's justify on Afghanistan. Who else is a target but not in faction? Nepal. Switzerland. Isn't it Germany going to attack them? They might. Let's leave them for later, because Germany might solve this problem for me. Well, instead attack Bhutan, because we need to eliminate them anyway. And that will do for now. Paraguay, here we go. Paraguay joined the Comintern. Alright, this is not really a problem. That means we are joining the war against the Soviet Union. But the Soviet Union has no reach in America, that's one thing. Well, theoretically they could, but it's too far for them. Do I need all my puppets to join this? No. I'm just going to let the Germans and the Romanians fight them, while I open up a new avenue of attack down south. And the capitulation of Paraguay is not going to be difficult. Last doctrine. We can now start spending army experience on refining our unit templates more. Oh, there's not enough supply for you guys here. Alright, we'll get you supplies, and one army here will more than suffice. Get the rest out. Get to Afghanistan. And you go over to Bhutan. Yeah, I've stacked too many troops here, but we're fixing it. And once the supplies are here, this is not going to be a problem anymore. Although supply depots are notoriously slow to build. Send some spies to the Soviets. Strikes. Our war support went down. Sure, I guess. Belgium joins us. Excellent. And the Axis have stalled. Rather, my faction, because I'm in the Axis. Still, they have kind of stalled in the offensive next to Moscow. But I think will eventually succeed. Opening a new avenue of attack through Afghanistan should help with that. Fall of Moscow. Right, how far is the Soviet Union from capitulation? More strikes. That's unfortunate. Still, I do have to vote about this spell. I can't open the wall, something bugged out. Oh well, we'll just have to eyeball it. Stalingrad and Moscow is taken, so we're on the right track. They still have Leningrad though, and we have arrived. I really wish I could puppet Soviet Union. Sadly, that's not going to happen. Wow, we would need over 1,000 factories to take over the Axis. Strikes for the third time, really? Sure, I guess. And here's our war against Afghanistan, let's go. They should join the Comitan now, so I don't need to call anybody in. Well, no, actually, I do need to call these guys in. Will Italy help? Let's make sure they're in this as well. But the wars should combine. Those strikes really are an issue. Oh, I'm at war and in a faction. I can get the last research slot. Let's do that. Now, who's winning between China and Japan? It's a stalemate, but Japan was not pushed back, so they seem to have the upper hand. Right, so we'll be attacking China afterwards. Yes, Germany, I'd like some stuff. You run deep into Soviet territory. Bhutan, attack. At this point, I no longer care about actually acquiring territory for myself. Alright, Bhutan joins Comitan. Next justification is Nepal. Oh, 25 days only. Oh, right, because I'm at war with the Major, I can do justifications quickly now. Well, in that case, I should probably finish stuff up in South America. Oh, right, at this stage it's best to justify one at a time. Bhutan capitulates. Now I need to attack China, but we'll wait for the Soviets to be defeated beforehand. Again, that's the 4th strikes in a row. We just need a little bit more of war support for this to never happen again. Right, I'm gonna do war propaganda, and then this. It should fix things. Because of the strikes, I have so many consumer goods factories that I can't buy stuff to build things with. Nepal, here we go. Let's do Chile next. Oh, I don't have political power. Oh, wait. That's Nepal done. Opening up more front lines here, and the Germans push quite far into the Soviet Union. Try a single operation of a collaboration government in the Soviet Union to make them capitulate faster. So we'll either defeat them militarily, or the operation will trigger. Should I let all my subjects to join? Maybe they'll help. Sure, I'm going to agree. Finally, a good outcome of the strikes. Let's get a quick war goal on Chile. Afghanistan is providing more resistance than I anticipated. And also the supply situation here is terrible, but I don't have enough civilian factory capacity to remedy it. Still, the main goal here is to occupy the Soviet forces so they're stretched thin and the Germans can advance faster. It seems to be working kinda. Justification for Chile, here it is. I don't actually need Chile, but I can take it relatively easily, so let's join the Comitan. And here goes Afghanistan. Might actually have some war score in the end. Italy has landed. Cool. How are we doing in Chile? Well, it's gonna be a long fight. I really think supply depots should build a bit faster. What the hell? My puppet Mexico got a civil war. I should have just annexed them. Forgot that could happen. Go help Mexico. Chile is going fine. Should I attack Argentina next? How much do you have in terms of troops? You don't have many. Alright, we'll do Argentina next. Let's justify. And we're almost in Leningrad. Oh, Pearl Harbor. We're about to cause the fall of Leningrad. Is that enough to capitulate the Soviets? Not yet. Oh, Chile capitulates. Why did this go to Germany? Ah, whatever. Let's get Argentina. We're doing in Mexico. Interesting. United States protects Dutch West Indies. Which is what? Go for Argentina. And my supply depot is complete, so we can actually finish off Paraguay. Since we're taking out everybody, let's do Uruguay as well. Something's a bit bugged and I can't access the war screen. We can't really call people into the war with Argentina for some reason. Let's just hope it resolves itself. The dam has broken. We're through all the Soviet defenses. They'll die soon. Let's attack Uruguay as well. How are you guys still alive? Mexico's taken care of. I'm tempted to take Brazil, although it is unnecessary. Yeah, sure, let's do Brazil, with a field marshal level order. It's a pity that this all automatically goes to Germany for some reason. Justification on Brazil is ready, but I'm going to delay it a little bit. There goes Argentina. Let's take Uruguay. Why is the Soviet Union still alive? Maybe this victory point will suffice? Probably not, but let's try it. I was hoping to have the Soviet Union capitulate before I attack Brazil, but looks like that's not going to happen. So here we go, Brazil. Turkey joined us. Cool, a bit late, but cool. Well, in 4 days the operation will finish, so... Oh, come on. The surrender threshold should have gone down already. Okay, something's bugged. I probably need to restart the game because my collaboration did not affect them at all. I restarted the game, and now I see only 90% towards capitulation, and my collaboration government operation had absolutely no effect. Which is a pity. Turns out we have to wait a bit longer. There's the war propaganda and exalt heroism. I do need that war support. But I am surprised about the spy operation. It should have an effect. And it doesn't. Accept everything. Merge the wars. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attacked Brazil because Germany seems to have... Oh, Bulgaria has... National Spain has joined a faction. Well, great. Yeah, Germany has dedicated a lot of troops here. And what they should be doing is finally killing the Soviet Union, just going directly to their capital. Alright, I'm gonna need to end this soon because the game is getting real choppy. Too many puppets. Shouldn't have made so many. It's almost time to reap the harvest of Japanese attacks. See, they did most of the work, and then we'll swoop in and kill the rest. I'm mostly annoyed at the fact that collaboration governments should change their surrender threshold. And I do have collaboration there. Reduce their surrender level by 9%. However, it just doesn't work. But do I need to actually hold some territory myself? Hey, Germany, want to give me something? I doubt it, but maybe. What if I take Moscow? How much are you willing to give me? This much, right? How about you, Romania? It's a small trick to ask at the same time, so they both think I don't really have much in terms of territory. They should all give me something. Here we go. Did they crush the game? I hope not. Yeah, it's really going very slowly. Too many puppets, definitely. We did get the territory. Did it change anything with their surrender threshold? It did nothing. Mexico has some manpower, maybe I should just give it to them. Yeah, let's try that. We should still benefit from the factories. Right, you guys manage it now. Yeah, Germany needs to step up their game and build some railways and stuff. How's Brazil? Almost done. I shouldn't have attacked them, but when they're taken over, the Germans should take these forces and use them to kill the Soviets, maybe. Hey, we got 11% war participation from a tiny country like this. That's a lot. Brazil capitulated. Good. Well, this war should have been over 2 years ago. Not much to research here. Maybe the Italians managed to get the supplies up. Italy? What? Italy attacked Turkey, but we're in the same faction. Turkey got kicked from the Axis. Well, crap. The Italian and Turkish focus trees have some serious holes in them. Oh well, Turkey capitulates, sure. Oh, did the offensive speed up a bit? It looks like it, yeah. Maybe the forces that Germany sent to help me in South America went back home. I didn't actually expect them to send me help. It probably means I could attack the United States and have Germany help me, but there's no need to fight the United States. I would do it just for kicks, maybe, if the game wasn't so choppy at this time. Too late in the game, too many puppets. Perhaps we should have invaded Iran. That would have simplified the supply lines. I actually forgot about decryption. That's pretty silly of me, isn't it? Inflict at least 1 million casualties and have an advantageous ratio. Well, we did kill 1 million Soviet soldiers. The operation is about to finish. Maybe it will work this time. Just in case it does work, I'm going to start justifying a war goal on Jubei-Sanma. Mission complete, and it does nothing. We have 60% collaboration, which should reduce their surrender level by 18%, but it doesn't. I want to say we're almost there, but we have been almost there for quite a long time. I got my war goal on Jubei-Sanma. I probably won't use it. It's a bit early. Although I could attack and just not call anyone in, but then Italy would still deploy forces here. Oh, are they deploying forces because I justified the war goal? I hope not. That would be a waste. Well, maybe we should just bite the bullet and fight the Chinese. The Germans can handle it. Declare war. We want to call in Germany. I think so, yeah. See, there are supply hubs here, and there are even railways leading to them. It's just not enough. Now, Germany should kill China, and then, who knows, maybe we'll attack them from the south. If only we could merge factions with Japan. Finish them off. Neither of us have supplies, but at least they're surrounded. Maximum casualties. Tenutuva has been annexed. 98%. Did they change the victory point distribution, or am I remembering something wrong? Because I thought I didn't have to go this far to capitulate the Soviet Union last time I did that. Although I might be wrong. Communist China capitulates. Okay, good. One less country to deal with. Soviet Union capitulates. Finally. I actually have 16%. Mexico shall take its own territory on the cheap, and we're going to puppet the countries in South America. Alright. Let's have a look at the world. We got Brazil, Italy got a bunch of territory here, and Germany's cut in two, and this is, what is this? It's just Russia. Changed ideologies. And we have a Reichskommissariat, Russia, which is, how much manpower do you have? Not much. A launching point for invasion of Japan. As though we're gonna need to kill China for this. And that should be quite easy. Well, the problem is Menguko. Although, I could do a creative solution here. See, if in the peace conference we could force Menguko to take a bit of coastal territory, then we would no longer have to fight Japan. Although I probably will not have that much war score. Switzerland. I forgot about Switzerland. Alright, let's quickly kill it. 355 days. Whoa. Better start early then. So, with the exception of people we are already at war with, there's still Menguko and Switzerland to deal with. Hungary is allied to us, so it is okay. So Slovakia. Zaire was released in the meantime, so I will ignore it. Same as Botswana. China never surrenders. Vichy France is now my ally. So we got pretty much all of the navy in the world to fight Japan when we decide to do it. Because the United States are already at war with them, and we've taken over pretty much all the rest. Or allied. This is taking too long. I'm gonna ask Japan for military access and make sure they're not a threat. That's the only way to do this without going crazy. Meantime, you guys try and finish off China. That looks like a pretty sturdy alliance to me. Yunnan capitulates, that's something. I'm putting my people in Japan, because this needs to end yesterday. Germany, why are you not doing anything? Same as always, supply. This bit's undefended. Oh, is this victory point defended? It might not be. China needs to go down to 5%. Well, at least I can separate their forces a bit. If you want somebody with actual military strength, take this. I've made it so easy for you. Germany seems prepared for what I will do. First, China needs to be destroyed. The worst thing is, I can't even build supply here, because it's not my territory, and not even in my faction. Okay, we got them slightly more surrounded. We can make this work, eventually. Only the Japanese would build some railways. And now this bit, and then this bit, and then this bit. Jibei Ma capitulates, nice. What do we have left? Xinjiang and Shaanxi, I think. Going to make their enclosure. Fall of Tokyo? Really? The Americans have landed. That's surprising. Not unwelcome, but surprising. The Americans didn't bring enough troops and they don't even have a port. Well, they do have a floating harbor, but you can't really bring reinforcements through that. Commendable, if doomed operation. Next up, here you go. Is that enough? That is actually enough. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is justify a war goal on aggression pact with Siam. God damn it. Who could I justify on? Who else is in your faction? Well, I'll leave the Axis if I have to, but let's first end this war, and maybe we can give Menguko some territory and make them not landlocked anymore. China capitulates. Can I actually give them stuff? I don't have enough score, but theoretically I should be able to. What I want to do is try and steal stuff from Japan and give it to Menguko. Can we do that? Apparently not this turn, or ever. Well, that's a pity. Means I'll have to fight Japan. They made a puppet China, right? Then I'll fight Japan if I have to. Well, in that case, I would like to take a bit of China. It doesn't really matter which, so I can make my own puppet. Just one piece is enough. Right, and that'll have to do. Damn it. Did I... Ah, crap! Okay, this was pretty stupid of me, wasn't it? I wanted to take it for myself, but I actually had Japan selected to see what they have taken. So I have argued with Japan that Japan should take this bit of territory. Whoa, that didn't work out too well for me. Now, Siam, can I attack you? No. I either need the United States to win against Japan, which is unlikely, or attack them myself. Tibetan Empire, I could count it or not, doesn't matter, but I have to fight Japan anyway, for Menguko. We also need Switzerland. Right, so what we're going to do is first we're going to kill Switzerland, and then we're going to attack Japan. And if the United States can defeat Japan for me, that would be great. But they're not very smart, because they're actually not taking ports with their naval invasions. At least they're managing to land naval invasions. That's something. Oh, I can actually justify a war goal on their puppet. I can't justify a war goal on their ally, but I can attack their puppet. Will I still be able to attack them as a member of the Axis? We have a truce, no war goal, division in their territory. It doesn't say anything about a non-aggression pact with the faction leader. So I can actually make it happen. Okay, so we have two choices. I could attack their subject and have German help, or I could leave the Axis, attack Siam, and take over Japan through my forces that are already stationed there. Both options are equally valid and would lead to success. One of them uses Order 66, which some of you dislike, and the other would take an hour of real time at least, because of how slow the game works. Maybe 2 hours. So I'm thinking the fast option, especially since we'll win both. I'm looking at the game clock, and the slowness hurts me so much. Why are you guys here? That's weird. Our justification is ready. Oh, my guys got trapped here. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? 45 units trapped in this bit that I created by mistake. That's not great. Can I just send them home or something? Let's disband these. Let's attack Switzerland. Call allies. Go. There's a lot of allies being called in. That's a pretty easy fight. Germany helping and all that. Sure. Italy, we can do joint maneuvers. But Switzerland has some bonuses that they'll only give up when there's nobody left. Tradition of Cadia or something like that. Oh, did the non-aggression pact go away? Looks like it. I can now justify war goals. Looks like the non-aggression pact is out. Well then, no need to leave the Axis in that case. Let's go after Siam. And Switzerland is taken. I have a bit of war score. Can I get a bit? I probably can. Directly too. Hey, got a bit of territory. Oh, I forgot to puppet them. I just took everything myself. Oh, whatever. Let's release them now. Italy declared war on Saudi Arabia. Not my problem. Should probably deploy some more troops. Who has manpower? Not Mexico, not Argentina. Brazil. Let's deploy more troops using Brazilian manpower. This one looks fine. Let's copy it. Actually make it useful. Support staff. All that, and normal artillery too. I've been producing it for a long time. Some picture Well, a shark. Lots, please. And you send them to Japan. At least Brazil has manpower. You know what I could do? I could drain their manpower. There's a very simple method to do this. You need to do expeditionary forces, then have all their manpower in those expeditionary forces, and then annex the country, just normally, through the puppet interface. And then this manpower becomes yours forever. But we're almost done with the campaign, so there's no need for it. Call me to arms against... who? Saudi Arabia. I don't really want to be at war. The new troops I've deployed, add them to the garrison, go here, and sail away to Japan. And the United States have decided to land in China. Sure. Actually, with this, I might be able to get the US into the Axis. I should probably attack Zaire, though, because it is neutral. Maybe once we're at war with Japan. Now, there's Germans here, which means I will actually cause the Italians and the Germans to order 66 the Japanese with my moves, if all works well. You guys are garrisoning this weird. The United States are making very bad decisions. You could be invading Japan directly, but no, you decided to land in China. Silly US. Independence movement and free India. Is there a free India? And if it's free, why would it need an independence movement? Regardless, my war goal is ready. Time to finish this. Attack Japan. Attack Siam, call all allies, and they will call in Japan. Oh yeah, calling all allies is going to take a moment. Everybody joins. And when Japan joins, my forces should take them over. They haven't joined yet. Let's see. Maybe they will not join. Well, that's a disappointment. Come on, join. Good. Oh, actually, they didn't join. Then they attacked my subject. Huh. Well, they've done that anyway. I doubt that. Still, we are here, and we're gonna kill them. It was the only way. It's just too slow. Fortunately, Manchukuo is also called in, and Manchukuo is the actual target of this war. Come on, Germany. Join. How about Italy? You want to join in? Yes, you do. Alright, maybe Italy will convince Germany to help us. Regardless, we're pretty much winning up here. The island nations like Japan and Britain are notoriously bad at defending their home territory. So, it's mine now. And yes, I know I had to use underhanded means, but let's just finish this. Also, I'm at war with a major power, so I can quickly justify on Zaire, just so we cover all our bases. 30 days. We're not capitulating. China counts as a major power. Oh, god damn it. Wait a minute, they're a subject. They can't count as a major power. It makes no sense. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Japan has capitulated. Do we have enough collaboration to make them a subject right now? No. Is the mission underway? It is. It would need to be a super success. If it weren't, I could just get a puppet Japan. Manchu German. Oh, Germany has joined. Finally. I really don't feel like fighting the Chinese all over again, especially with their surrender threshold. Justification on Zaire is here. There we go. Italy should take care of them. I don't even need to send troops. Are the United States going to join the Axis? Call to arms. Oh, right, because I'm guaranteed by them. And it's technically a defensive war because they actually declared war on me. So I could call them in. Still, they are already at war with them. Zaire capitulates. You know, I'm not fighting China all over again. Let's just capitulate Tibet and Manchukuo because they're the landlocked ones. That should suffice. 19% in this. Cool. Well, I did defeat Japan, so that's something. Tibet should capitulate now. No, not yet. Oh no, yeah, Tibet capitulated, just not to me. And there's Manchukuo still. Come on, take them. And Manchukuo capitulates. Alright. To actually have a peace conference, we would need to defeat China. However, I don't want to. I defeated them once already, and that's enough. Didn't actually need to do an Order 66 of Japan to achieve our objectives. We could have just attacked overland, but I do like to do it from time to time. Anyway, objective achieved. All the landlocked countries in the world have either been capitulated, puppeted, or allied. Let's have a look at the faction map mode. Everybody's in the Axis except the United States, Portugal, Iran, Iraq, Oman, Yemen. Who's that? The United Arab Emirates, Finland, Sweden, Ireland, and Iceland. Oh, and a bit of Australia, and the Japanese faction. So everybody else is in our faction, which we can't really take over, but the Dominican Republic taking over the Axis is... well, it can be done, but it's a different setup. And yeah, I could wait another year to defeat China, but I don't want to. I'm going to proclaim victory. Now, how much did we get? We control all of South and Central America, with the exception of Uruguay, which belongs to Germany, and those small islands here that belong to the United States, and the canal. We own Canada, and bits and pieces everywhere else. We also currently control Japan, which is a bit difficult because we have no manpower for garrisons, but oh well. Now, if I were to continue this, which I'm not going to do, I would actually progress with the collaboration governments, so we can create a collaboration government in Japan during the war, since China counts as a major nation, then continue until China is done and make a puppet communist China out of them. And with all that, there's no need to challenge the Axis, but we could get our very, very large army that would, count on Chinese manpower and manpower from Brazil to surround the United States from the north and from the south and crush them with German and Italian help. Alright, that's it for today. That was a weird one, the challenge. But we did dominate quite a lot of the world with just the Dominican Republic. With this Dominican domination complete, I'm going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, and don't forget to vote for what you want to see.